guys, Tom here. Today I'm going to give you a quick lesson on adding modal notes to the pentatonic scale. Now, maybe you, like me, learned how to solo starting with the average minor pentatonic box shape, probably starting on E or A. I'm going to do it on E. We have our box shape. We hit it all the time. We use it constantly. But after a while, it gets a little boring. You can only do so much. Everybody uses it, and it's a great tool to get starting and soloing. But what happens when you get bored with it? You know, you only got 5 notes to deal with in the beginning, and everybody else plays those notes when they're first starting out, but you want to differentiate yourself from the other people that are in your band or the other people you're jamming with. Well, this idea that I'm going to present to you is essentially using your regular pentatonic shape, like you always do, but maybe adding a little spice. So what I did there was I took the E minor scale, the first 6 notes of it, and I put it on the top 2 strings. So actually the only 2 notes that I added were these. Now that's the 9 and the flat 6. 9, flat 6. The flat 6 is the characteristic note of the natural minor scale. So it's a good thing I hit that. Now I put them on the top 2 strings because that's where they're going to be the most heard. The higher the pitch, the more likely you are to be heard over the band or over the backing track that you're playing with. And this is the most effective use of this because you can really hear the difference. So that was the regular minor scale. Now I'm going to try a different minor scale, minor mode, the Dorian mode. Okay, so we heard a little bit of difference there. What's the big difference? Instead of the flat 6 and 9, I added the natural 6 and the 9. But it still fits within my pentatonic box. Cool, right? Another really good one, and one that I like a lot, especially if you're playing a lot of metal tunes, a lot of where there's lots of chugging and it's pretty much just one chord, or the 1 and the 5. Phrygian. You hear this a lot in black metal, you hear it a lot in death metal, you hear it a lot in most metal genres. But it's usually going by so fast you don't notice it. Or they stick to the pentatonics, but you're not gonna. Because we have the Phrygian combination of the pentatonic scale and the Phrygian scale. Now that's really cool. So now we got another change note. We got our flat 6 back, but now we've got a flat 9. And now that note against your root, get this nice half step thing. Yeah, really dark and moody, and a great mode to be using. So another thing you can do, since we now got our Phrygian scales together, Phrygian hybrid kind of things, we're going to be trying to superimpose those things over different parts of our regular pentatonic box. So our next shape in the pentatonic box which is the major pentatonic scale. Now we can do the same thing. We can add the major scale over the top of this pentatonic thing on the top 3 strings. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to extend a little bit. It's going to go 3, 9, 1, natural 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Pretty cool, right? And you can do that with all the modes. So now what you need to be thinking about is taking what you know about the pentatonic scale and then adding these different specific modal notes. So we have our scales together, so I figured I'd play a little bit for you and how they would all sound against the E minor root idea that we were starting with.